Get on in here, get in here. Hit the like button. Hit the like button on your way in. Hit the like button on your way in. Hi, Charlie J. How are you? Hi, Deshonda. How are you? Hey, everybody in the bushes. Tap the like button. Y'all get in here. We got a lot to discuss tonight. We got some updates. It's been a very, very eventful last few days, huh? Hi, Laquita. What's up, Shauna? Thank you so much. Talking shit with Shauna. Hi, Tiffany. Hi, Marcella. Thank you. Yes, everybody hit the like button, please, and get your ass in here. Y'all, what is going on? The universe is tired of all these frivolous lawsuits. So they just been eating them up and spitting them back out. Have y'all seen? Well, I know most of y'all have seen that the Missouri, the famous Missouri $10 million lawsuit has been dismissed. The attorney then got her case dismissed and her license snatched, baby. I believe Prosperity Thick Girl just went over the entire case. I don't know the details, so y'all go check out her live and her video to get the full details on that. But yeah, a lot of content creators were caught up in that $10 million frivolous case. Even YouTube and who else they tried to get up in there? They tried to get On and Maurice and all them attached to that case as well. So that's all been dismissed, denied, and rejected. Hi, Gloria Lacey. Hi, Nene Love. Hi, Love Key. Y'all come on in, have a seat. Let's chat, child. Let's get these updates about these cases. You know, it's plenty of them to talk about. So we letting everybody come in. Y'all hit the like button. And so we're gonna get into it. So yes, the $10 million Missouri case is dismissed, child. That's something I know they happy about. They can put that behind them. The license then got snatched. I don't know what this is gonna do. I don't know what Rick James Esquire is gonna do after all of this, y'all. Do y'all think she's gonna take her butt and sit down? Do y'all think that she's gonna take her butt and sit down somewhere and focus on this Maurice case and let all this other stuff go? I don't know what y'all think about that. Drop in the chat if you think she's gonna let it go. I want to know. I gotta go read. I gotta go look at the documents and stuff myself because what's going on with the doggone countersuits? Marcella said, "No, you don't think she's gonna go have a seat?" Child, they don't know how to let nothing go over there. They take L at the L at the L, and they just keep going, baby. Energizer bunny energy they got. Probably not. Tiffany said probably not. Well, hopefully they'll stop harassing doggone YouTubers. Hopefully they'll move forward past all they other past all the victims here on YouTube, child. Hopefully they leave them people alone. I hope so for their sake. Because I know they tired of that. So yes, y'all, we're gonna talk about some more lawsuits, including YouTubers. So y'all know Queen Sheba. She left the palace, child, and she went on down to the courthouse and she filed herself several copyright lawsuits on several of our content creators over here on YouTube. Now, Anthony's his case. She filed on Anthony. He was the first to get his case thrown out and dismissed. We're going to talk about what's going on with the case with PBE because she also filed one against PBE. And those are going to be the documents we're going to go over. We're going to talk about this copyright lawsuit Queen Sheba filed against PBE. Yeah, I'll come on in. Oh, and before we get to Sheba's though, she finally had got around to serving PBE, and PBE has responded on the record, and she has filed her own motion to dismiss the entire case. So we're gonna see what PBE said in her motion to dismiss. And then we'll get into Sheba's response to this motion to dismiss. She submitted a couple of pieces as her evidence. We're gonna get into all that, child. All that. Let me see. Let me pull up the document on my phone. Y'all, the document is on the screen. And we're starting off with PBE's motion to dismiss. She is the defendant. And so we know we're gonna get those haters in here. The case number, the date it was filed, all of that is at the top of the document in blue. So this is official court documents. It comes straight from Pacer. Anybody, everybody, go and pull it up, check it, fact check it, do what you need, okay? But the document in its entirety will be on the screen. And so this motion to, the defendant's motion to dismiss was PBE. It was filed on March 30th, 2026 in the United States District Court, Southern District of Texas, the Houston Division. We have Queen Sheba as the plaintiff and PBE as the defendant. And it says defendant's motion to dismiss. Defendant PBE, proceeding pro se, respectfully moves to dismiss plaintiff's complaint pursuant to Rules 12b2 and 12b6 of the Federal Rules of Civil Procedure. Introduction. This action should be dismissed because the court lacks personal jurisdiction over defendant and because plaintiff fails to state a plausible claim for relief. Defendant is a resident of Florida and has not purposefully directed any conduct towards Texas sufficient to establish personal jurisdiction. Plaintiff's allegation relies solely on generalized assertions regarding internet activity, which are insufficient to establish minimum contacts. Additionally, plaintiff's complaint consists of conclusory allegations of copyright infringement and unauthorized access without sufficient factual support. Plaintiff fails to identify specific copyrighted works with particularities, fails to allege facts showing unauthorized access, and fails to provide any factual basis demonstrating entitlement to relief. Moreover, plaintiff has previously filed substantially similar claims in this court based on the same underlying theories of online content use, which were based on the same underlying theories of content on online content use, which were dismissed for failure to state a claim. See Casanova v. Lofty's, the Silva action. And she's referring to Anthony Lofty's case with Queen Sheba that was dismissed. She put the case number down there. And it says the present complaint suffers from the same deficiencies and should likewise be dismissed. Hey, y'all, come on in, hit the like button. We're talking about the case with PBE. She was sued by Queen Sheba for a copyright claim. And right now we're going over PBE's motion to dismiss the case. It says lack of personal jurisdiction, Rule 12b2. The court lacks personal jurisdiction over defendant. Defendant is a resident of Florida, does not reside in Texas, does not conduct business in Texas, and does not purposefully direct any activities towards Texas. Plaintiff allegations rely on the existence of internet based content and generalized assertions that the defendant's conduct affected plaintiff in Texas. However, the mere existence of online content accessible nationwide is insufficient to establish minimum contact with with a foreign state. And then plaintiff does not allege facts showing that defendant specifically targeted Texas, conducted business in Texas, or purposefully availed herself of conducting activities within Texas. Accordingly, exercising jurisdiction over defendant would violate due process, and the complaint should be dismissed pursuant to Rule 12b-2. Failure to state a claim, Rule 12b-6. To survive a motion to dismiss, a complaint must contain sufficient factual matter to state a claim that is plausible on its face. Plaintiff's complaint fails to meet this standard. A plaintiff fails to state a claim for copyright infringement. To state a claim for copyright infringement, plaintiff must plausibly allege one, ownership of valid copyright, and two, copying of protected elements of work. Plaintiff failed to adequately plead either element. Plaintiff does not provide specific copyright registration. Let me pull up the second slide on my phone. Y'all, hold on. Love Key said, so what happened to her? Not worried about anyone using her content. It's all content, and I don't strike for using my content trope. Child, I guess that went out the window when I don't know, when her friend or somebody was beefing, and she inserted her own self into the beef. So I guess she didn't want nobody messing with that child. But yeah, she filed multiple lawsuits against people, so she indeed cares. Let's see. It says the second one pulled up for y'all. Yeah, plaintiff does not identify specific protected works with sufficient detail. Plaintiff does not provide timestamps, content comparisons, or evidence of copying. Provide factual allegations demonstrating copying or protected elements. Instead, plaintiff relies on vague and conclusory assertions, which are insufficient under the Rule 8 federal pleading standard. Plaintiff fails to state a claim under the CFAA 18, not USC code. The code. Plaintiff alleges unauthorized access to paywalled content, but fails to provide any factual support. Plaintiff does not allege what systems was accessed, how access occurred, or what authorization was allegedly bypassed. Defendant denies accessing any restricted or paywall system without authorization. Accessing plaintiff's paywalled content, circumventing any access controls, using any unauthorized method to obtain content, conclusory allegations of unauthorized access, without factual detail, fail to state a claim as a matter of law. See, plaintiffs' claims are based on lawful use of publicly available content. The allegations stem from defendants' use of content that was publicly available on YouTube. The content at issue was publicly accessible. Any use was for commentary and criticism. Plaintiffs' repeated copyright strikes were disputed and reversed through YouTube process. Hold on. It says plaintiffs attempt to reframe a platform dispute as a federal case does not state a valid claim. D. Plaintiff has demonstrated a pattern of filing deficient claims. Plaintiff previously filed substantially similar claims in court. Casanova v. Lofties, dismissed for failure to state a claim. The same deficiencies are present here. Conclusory allegations, lack of factual detail, failure to meet pleading standards. This pattern further supports dismissal. E. Plaintiff's allegations are conclusory and lack factual specific I don't know why the word always tripped me up. Specificities. Lord Jesus. I don't know. Y'all can't say it to save my life. Specificities. Plaintiff's complaint relies on general accusations rather than specific factual allegations. Plaintiff fails to provide specific timestamps, specific content comparisons, or any factual detail demonstrating actionable conduct. As in plaintiff's prior dismissed action, the complaint relies on conclusory allegations without sufficient factual detail to state a plausible claim. Failure to meet Rule 8 pleading standards. Let me turn it for you. Slide 3. Under Rule 8, a complaint must contain a short and plain statement showing entitlement of relief. Plaintiff's complaint consists of labels and conclusions, formulatic recitations of elements, and unsupported assertions. Such pleadings are insufficient and warrant dismissal. Hold on, y'all. I keep changing the slide. What slide we on? 3. Okay. Such pleadings are insufficient and warrant dismissal. Plaintiff fails to establish any basis for injunctive relief. Plaintiff requests for injunctive relief should be denied. To obtain injunctive relief, plaintiff must establish 1, a substantial likelihood of success on the merits, 2, a substantial threat of irreparable harm, 3, that the threatened injury outweighs any harm to defendant, and 4, that the injunction would not disserve the public interest. Plaintiff fails to satisfy any of these elements. First, plaintiff cannot demonstrate a likelihood of success because the complaint fails to state a claim. Second, plaintiff does not allege facts showing irreparable harm. The allegations concern online content subject to platform-based remedies, which do not constitute irreparable injury. Third, the balance of harm weighs against granting injunction as it would improperly restrict defendant's ability to engage in lawful commentary and expression. Fourth, the public interest disfavors restricting lawful speech based on unsupported allegations. Accordingly, plaintiff's request for injunctive relief should be denied. The conclusion. For the foregoing reason, Defendant respectfully requests this court: 1. Dismiss plaintiff's complaint in its entirety. 2. Deny plaintiff's request for injunctive relief and grant such other relief as the court deems just and proper. Respectfully submitted by PBE on March 20th, 2026. So that was PBE's um, motion to dismiss. Jocelyn. She said, is QS being blackmailed? Because I could have sworn she commented on never suing anyone for copying her or even Stormy stole her ID. Child, I came in late. Who's the plaintiff and who's the defendant? So, Queen Sheba is the plaintiff and PBE is the defendant. Queen Sheba is suing multiple YouTubers. PBE is not the first or the last. Anthony's case has already been dismissed for this exact thing. She sued Anthony Lofties. He got his dismissed, and this is the latest update in her case against PBE. What we just read was PBE's motion to have her case against her dismissed, which is interesting considering she plans things to even the smallest detail. Why should she file a vague lawsuit? Sunny said allegedly. Thank you. She's abusing the courts, filing these lawsuits just like Rick James. She acts like she's better, but she is just as low down. This PBE's motion to dismiss. Yes, this is PBE's motion to dismiss. What's so stupid are they using these playbooks against CCs? So they're just playing in court at this point. I mean, I'm sure if you asked her, she would say she's not playing, of course. She would say, she was violated in some way. But like others have mentioned, that she has previously said that she doesn't strike channels or anything. But yeah, so something had changed for her and she went ahead and filed these multiple lawsuits, y'all. So then that was her motion to dismiss. And this is just the declaration from PBE. And she's saying that 1, IPBE declare under penalty of perjury that the following is true and correct. No, that was the first statement. Then it says 1, I am the defendant in this matter and a resident, y'all see. And it says 2, I have never accessed any paid or restricted content belonging to plaintiff. 3, the materials referenced in plaintiff's complaint was publicly available on YouTube. 4, my content consisted of commentary and criticism. 5, I did not engage in unauthorized access of any system or account. 6, I have no business presence in Texas and did not purposely direct any activity towards Texas. I declare under penalty of perjury that the foregoing is true and correct. And she dated that and signed that. So so let's get into Sheba's response to PBE. She says, I thought it was because it was behind the paywall. Well, according to what we just read, PBE is saying she did not get it, I guess, from her behind her paywall or her channel. Somebody else put it on YouTube and then she got it from them, I believe. So, and I'm somebody correct me if I'm wrong. This is the same content that she sued Anthony for. So, if he got his case dismissed, I guess the judge thought like it didn't matter if it was a paywall. It was fair use. I'm assuming that was the grounds that his. Well, hold on. I guess his was dismissed because she failed to state a claim. I don't know. But why I don't know if she's going to refile that. I don't know, child. But yeah, we'll see. This will be dismissed like the others. So let's read what Sheba had submitted. So we see this was filed today. It's up there in blue if anybody wants to go to Pacer and get the documents on their own. It was filed on March 31st, 2026 in the United States District Court, Southern District of Texas, the Houston Division. Um, Sheba is listed as the plaintiff. PBE is the defendant. And it says plaintiff's motion for leave to file an amended complaint. So this is Sheba requesting the court to allow her to amend her original complaint. Let's read it. It says plaintiff Sheba, appearing pro se, respectfully moves to leave to file an amended complaint in jury demand pursuant to the federal rule of civil procedure 15A2. The introduction says 1. Plaintiff's original complaint alleges that the defendant, PBE, willfully infringed plaintiff's copyrighted work, including subscription protected audiovisual content, and caused economic and reputational harm. 2. Defendant filed a motion to dismiss and raised arguments challenging personal jurisdiction and the sufficiency of plaintiff's claim. 3. Plaintiff now seeks to amend her complaint to provide additional factual details, clarify the scope of defendant's infringement, and strengthen her claims of economic and reputational harm, including the disruption to her subscription service and harassment of her subscribers. Illegal standard. Number 1, under the federal rule of civil procedure 15A2, a party may amend its pleading with the court's permission, which shall be freely given when justice so requires. Number 2, courts routinely grant leave to amend, whereas here the amendment clarifies factual allegations, strengthens the claim without causing undue delay or prejudice, responds to arguments raised in the motion. Reason for amendment. 1. Expanded factual allegations. The amended complaint details defendants' unauthorized access, reproduction, and distribution of monetized and monetization of plaintiff's subscription protected content. Number 2, monetization. Defendant profited via YouTube's partner program, including ad revenue and sponsorship from content she knew she did not own. Number 3, addressing DMCA counter notification. The amendment clarifies that even if defendant claims the content originated elsewhere, plaintiff is the exclusive owner and defendant's actions constitute willful infringement. 4. Harassment and disruption. The amendment includes the impact of plaintiff's subscribers and the harassment caused by defendant's unauthorized distribution. Number 5, proposed damage and injunctive relief. The amendment specifies actual damages, statutory damages upon issuance of copyright registration, and injunctive relief to prevent further infringement. How is her subscribers being harassed because PBE made a video commenting on her commentary and everybody else's commentary? All the CCs that have been targeted by these line ass people need to sue them. As long as they owe them, they will never. As long as they owe them, they will never be broke. I will show them about playing with the courts in my job. Imagine filing a lawsuit because you don't like someone because of a TV show. This is loser behavior. Always mad about someone else making money. Shaking my head. What reputational harm did, did it cause? It was her content, and child, your guess is as good as mine. She wants to take this nonsense in front of a jury. Laugh out loud. So let's get back into it, y'all. Proposed amended complaint. Number one, plaintiff has attached her proposed amended complaint as Exhibit 1. Two, the amended complaint includes expanded factual allegations, creation, ownership, and subscription only content, topics of plaintiff's content, including lifestyle discussions, personal expression, and commentary, instructional guidance on content creation and branding, interactive community engagement, and the psychological traits. I'm just laying out, and the psychological and behavioral aspects of the human brain. Defendant monetizations of plaintiff content and DMCA counter notification rebuttal. Claims for copyright infringement, injunctive relief, damages, and jury demand. Three, plaintiff also attaches a declaration and supporting exhibits as Exhibit 2, including screenshots linking defendants' infringing videos to plaintiff's subscription only content. No prejudice. One, allowing these amendments will not prejudice the defendant as the amended complaint primarily classifies and strengthens existing claims. Two, plaintiff is filing this motion promptly after defendant's motion to dismiss, demonstrating diligence and good faith. And then let's go. It says prayer for relief. Wherefore, plaintiff respectfully requests that the court A, grant leave to refile the proposed amended complaint, B, accept the proposed amended complaint as the operative complaint upon the court's order, and C, grant such other and further relief that the court deems just and proper. And she has the certificate of service and her name at the bottom. So that was her motion asking for leave so she can amend her complaint. And then we're going to get into her proposed um, amended complaint. She wants to be involved so bad, inserting herself is not necessary. I heard someone say she wants relevance so bad. Relevance so bad. Yeah, she really is not who she pretends to be on these YouTube streets from the beginning. This sector has become a disappointment so much. Sorry, hood, sisterhood, you meant, yeah. So y'all, let's get into her proposed. So this is the proposed. This is what she wants leave for, and she's gonna submit this. And she said it's gonna give us an expression on her factual um, allegations. And this was filed along with the first document on March 31st. And y'all can see Queen Sheba plaintiff, PBE defendant. And this is the proposed amended complaint. It says plaintiff Queen Sheba, appearing pro se, respectfully submits complaint pursuant to Federal Rule of Civil Procedure 15A2, attached as Exhibit 1 to her motion to leave to file a amended complaint, shows the court as follows. Introduction. This action arises from defendant's willful copyright infringement and related unlawful conduct. What unlawful conduct? Including the unauthorized reproduction, public display, and monetization of plaintiffs' subscription protected audiovisual works on YouTube. It's no such thing as subscription protected. I mean, it's behind a paywall, yes, but this is the internet, and you are freely coming online and sharing your commentary, which opens you up for rebuttals, discussion, commentary, and sometimes backlash. Um, she says, I don't know, where were we? Okay, plaintiff seeks damages and temporary, preliminary, and permanent injunctive relief to prevent continued and future infringement. Defendant's current residential address cannot be confirmed. Despite reasonable investigation, and defendant remains unavailable for personal service. Jurisdiction and venue. This court, number 3, this court has subject matter jurisdiction over this action because this case arises under the Copyright Act 17 USC 101. Number 4, venue is proper in this district pursuant because a substantial part of the events giving rise to the claims occurred in this district, including plaintiff's residence and the location where plaintiff conducted business and suffered harm from defendant's infringement. Factual background. 5, create owner of original video content made available through her subscription service. Each video constitutes an original work of authorship under U.S. copyright. Number 6, plaintiff's content covers multiple topics, including lifestyle discussion, personal expression, and creating, branding, engagement, and again, the psychological traits and the psychological and behavior aspects of the human behavior. It has reproduced, distributed in works without authorization, including but not limited to describe specific acts of infringement of Sheba. I think you forgot that on there. Something you see when you get like format something for and the stuff in the parentheses and says you need to insert, your specific names or dates or times or amounts or whatever. It's like you because it's in parentheses and it says acts of infringement. You meant to leave that there. Number 8, actions occurred while planning a subscription at defendant knew or should have known for public address to the Southern District of Texas, a different one to the county clerk in the third address connection with the DMCA county to complicating proper service and notice of legal proceedings. Factual impact. As a result of defendant's action, plaintiff was forced to cancel her subscription service due to harassment campaigns arising from defendant publicly distributing her copyrighted material. At the time, this subscription included over 1,500 each paying $5.99. Subscription tier had been successfully operating for over 3 years. And the material through the subscription and unauthorized use in public distribution disrupted her business. So that was number 10. So I'm not tripping. Didn't Queen Sheba come on her platform and say she willingly deleted her own membership tier. So how can you then turn around and say that because PBE used your copyrighted content, that made you had to shut down your membership and you lost 1,500 subscribers that were paying $5.99 a month? That was your decision to delete your membership tier. It was totally up to you. You did not have to delete it. And then not only did you delete it, you made another tier. You replaced it with a higher tier and charged more money for it. So how is that a loss? If you willingly deleted your own membership and then created a higher tier and went on to charge more for said higher tier. I don't understand that. Number 11, upon information and belief, defendant monetized plaintiff's copyrighted work by generating revenue through YouTube's partner program, including ad revenue, sponsorships, and other monetization features tied to the views and engagement on the infringing video, thereby profiting directly from plaintiff's content without authorization. Now, you know she ain't getting no doggone sponsorships just because she commentated on the video that you made. Number 12, upon information and belief, defendant claimed in a DMCA counter notification that content originated from another paid subscription service rather than from plaintiff. Even if that were true, the content in question was created by plaintiff and was protected under plaintiff copyright. Response to the DMCA counterclaim. 1. Defendant's DMCA counterclaim states, let me make that bigger. This page. Am I on the right one? 1, 2, yeah. So I gotta put y'all on the right one. That wasn't because of PBE. I was on all those tiers. It was other trolls. She said it was too cheap and just anyone was joining. She certainly did make that statement. Yeah, I remember her saying how she willingly deleted a whole tier, and she went on to replace that with a higher costing tier. I don't believe she canceled her membership. She has multiple tiers still. So she mad she got exposed for being aligned with certain people and not being, so she claims to be. Is the money grab play clear? Is the money grab play clear now? Thoughts of a wildfire? Chat, I don't know. Maybe to some. Hold on, y'all. What we on? Okay. We on the first page there, page 3. It says this demonstrates the defendant plaintiff maintains that he is the exclusive owner of the works originally produced and distributed through her members, paid for or otherwise obtained access to plaintiff's restricted. If it was only behind your paywall, then either people paid to get it, or somebody that was still one of your 1,500 members that you claim that was on that tier, or who knows how many is on the other tier, they probably, released it. She paid or otherwise obtained access to plaintiff's restricted content, knew the content was not publicly available. I mean, just because, well, I don't know, I guess that's a technicality, because if any member of the public can join your membership by just paying whatever they're willing to pay, is that not publicly accessible? Y'all let me know in the chat. Distributed and monetized it, constituting willful infringement. 3, defendant conduct caused economical harm, including lost subscriptions and reputational damage. You canceled your own tier. DMCA takedown and counter notification. 1, submitted a DMCA takedown notice, YouTube removed the infringing video to counter notification, claiming that does not own the content. Number 3, these statements are false. Plaintiff is the exclusive owner of the content. Number 4, defendant admission penalty of perjury demonstrates a attempt ownership of plaintiff's copyrighted work. So yes, the DMCA takedown on YouTube that's when she struck her channel. PBE countered the strike and said, no, I'm using this. It falls under fair use. I'm giving my reaction and my own commentary. So PBE countered her strike that she put on her channel, and that's when she decided to take it to court. Her targeting of plaintiff's community. Now, this is what I found just like not only unnecessary, but it defendant used the infringement identify and target individuals participating in plaintiff's member-only platform. So y'all, she said PBE used the content, the video that she did the commentating on, to identify and target the people that were participating in Queen Sheba's memberships. You want to know why that's so crazy to me? Can anybody just guess? I wonder, can y'all just drop it down in my comments? Can y'all guess why that is comical when she says she had to use the content to identify her members? Does anybody know? I'm going to let y'all know in just a second, but I'm going to see, can anybody guess it? Because when I read it, I'm like, what? Said all that and still did not state a claim. Weak case for a weak chick. This will be dismissed. PBE has entered the building. Hi, DT. Does anybody know why no one needs any of her videos to identify people that are a part of her membership? It's on YouTube public platform. Memberships are not, hence why Tasha K being able to sue for content on her own website, but not YouTube content. Oh, I see what you're saying there. It's starting to look like these people felt like nobody's in life until this sector got attention. Okay, y'all. So y'all not answering me. So let's just talk about it. But her saying that in number 1 under the harassment and targeting of plaintiff's community, which is listed under D right there on the screen, and she says defendant, who is PBE, used the infringing content to identify and target individuals in the plaintiff's membership only. Now, when y'all start a membership on YouTube and people are in your comments and they're in your chat, do you not see that out of those people's name? DT said, because you can be anonymous and still watch. You can be anonymous and still watch, but if you're a paid member and you comment in that YouTuber's channel, when you comment on their channel and they chat when they go live, and in their comment section, it literally shows that icon right next to your name, which lets people know that you are a member of said content creators membership. You can go in anybody's comment section that has a membership on their channel, and you could see their logo, their specific design right there on the side of subbies' names. It's literally there every day. Y'all see that little black and green logo that's on the side of her people's name when they comment in her lives or under her chat. When I had my membership, same thing. People that joined my membership, the little logo of my channel will be right next to their name. So you don't got to go searching for nothing. That's public. And it tells you that when you sign up for these memberships, that that your subscription It says subscriber visibility. While users can set subscription to private, participating in member only live chats or commenting, making your membership status public to others. If you join a channel, your membership badge or emoji usage in the comments / live chats is public. It's literally sitting right there next to y'all name. That's how people know you're a member. And then it used to display people on the channel. Remember, even you can display they profile pictures. It used to be displayed right there under content creators channels. You can see all the faces, all the little bubbles of the people's that was their membership. Like, that's public information. Nobody had to go searching for that. Number 2, defendant submitted counter notification on the content. Number 3, false plaintiff is the exclusive owner of the content. Number 4, defendant's submission on the penalty of perjury demonstrates no, that's probably the same thing repeated. The submission penalty of perjury demonstrates a deliberate ownership in plaintiff's copyrighted work. Oh, that was y'all up in the second paragraph. We in D. I'm sorry, y'all. So we on number 2 of D. It says this resulted in harassment, intimidation, and unwanted contact directed at plaintiff and her subscribers. Number 3, defendant's actions disrupted plaintiff's subscription platform and harmed the relationship with paying members. How, girl? I honestly just really want to know. How do y'all go and state things like this? The harassment. Nobody harassed your people. So, like, let's be so for real. Queen Sheba literally brought this attention to her channel, whether she considers it negative attention or not. She brought it to her channel by stepping right in the midst of online drama and beef. She took it upon herself to hold a panel and let these content creators that were actively beefing come up and talk. And then she let the people, she let people come on her channel all the time. She literally got a show that says, I said what I said, and people come up and say all type of stuff. So it's like, of course, people are going to hear that and have commentary, just like you have commentary, just like you click your button and you come on YouTube and you freely give your comments on different stuff. That's what everybody else is doing. It's not harassment because people had a response, rebuttal, or something to say to comments you made. Nobody was you're literally jump down in other people's chats and do the most. And to say that them having your video and commentating on it is disruptive to your what's going on is crazy. Disrupted your subscription platform. Did you not disrupt your subscription platform by taking YouTube drama to said platform? You were commentating on drama. You were letting a woman that has an active PPO speak on the lady that has it against her. You allowed True T to come on your subscription platform and speak on Wente Talk when you know Wente Talk has an active protective order against True T. So if anybody disrupted your subscription platform, it would be you, ma'am, the owner. And I'm just being for real. This is not being funny. This is for real. Like, we are grown ass adults, y'all. It's enough is enough. Stop beating around the bush. Stop sugarcoating stuff. You started speaking on YouTube drama, man. So of course people are going to have comments and remarks and opinions, just like you. That's what people do. They have their own opinions and remarks and comments. That's crazy to try to blame that on PBE. Hold on, y'all. Let me scroll up. Somebody said I'm breaking up. Can y'all hear me now? She said, yep, it also shows the length of time you have been in the membership. That's what I'm saying. This is all public. We can see who's member, and it's not just her channel. It's literally everybody channel. Y'all get, they call them badges. They are right there next to the people's name. It's not hard to see who is in your membership. Okay, PBE. Fake trauma, fake outrage, unnecessary lawsuit. Shauna, it's crazy. She said her GPT can't beat mine. PBE, to the goddamn bushes with you, ma'am. Man, it's crazy though to say that lady was used her video to identify her members and to harass and threaten them. Who was looking for your members? If anybody was looking for your members, they been knew who was your members. Your members leave your channel and come over to other people's damn channels and get in their chats. So aren't they doing the harassing? They never see the stuff they people do as wrong, but they sure got a lot of names and dog whistles to label what everybody else does. This shit is crazy. Like, I'm not arguing with you about no content. That's for you to prove in court. But for this unnecessary stuff, and that, it's like, why y'all can't just stick to the facts? You say your content is copyrighted, and you said she stole your content and she used it without your authorization. So why is not the case strictly about those facts? How are you going off into saying somebody was harassing your subscribers and caused you reputational harm when it's what you said? You literally, you picked the topic. You know, you picked what your people were going to be hearing and what y'all were going to be talking about. You came online and willingly inserted yourself in YouTube drama, and then now you're saying people harassing you because they don't think like you and they don't have the same thoughts or opinions. That's crazy. Bridget, right now we're reading Sheba has filed several cases of copyrights against several YouTubers. And this one right here is for PBE. PBE filed a motion to dismiss, and Sheba responded. She wants to amend her complaint. And yeah, we're talking about her amended complaint right now, her proposed amended complaint. Claim for relief. She says plaintiff repeats, number 14, plaintiff repeats and realleges the allegation in paragraphs 1 through 13 as fully set forth herein. 15, plaintiff owes valid copyrights in the works at issue. 16, defendant has infringed plaintiff's copyrights by reproducing, distributing, and publicly displaying the works without permission. Jury demand. Plaintiff demands a trial by jury. Local rule statement. Plaintiff certifies that the proposed amended complaint complies with the South Texas local rules regarding pleading formats and exhibits attachment, and she signed her name. And so this is her declaration. This is Sheba's declaration, and she says, I, Queen Sheba, declares as follows. 1, I am the plaintiff in this action and I have personal knowledge of the facts stated herein. 2, I am the creator and exclusive owner of the original audiovisual works distributed through my subscription-based platform. 3, defendant accessed, copied, and publicly displayed my content without authorization. 4, defendant's DMCA notification states the material did not originate from her channel. It was from a members only recording elsewhere. 5. The statement shows that the defendant gained access to my restricted content and used it to derive monetary benefit, holding it to not already on YouTube at showing infringing video, the MC takedown notice and the counter notice use my content to incite harassment against me and my subscribers. 8. My business reputation and subscriber relationships have been harmed. 9. I believe defendant will continue to infringe unless restrained by courts. I declare under penalty of perjury under the laws of the United States that foregoing is true and correct. To say that number 7, that PBE used your content to harass you and against you and your subscribers is absolutely insane. And I'm just going to put that out there. That's insane. To willingly insert yourself into a pre-existing beef and then to say that people started harassing you after you inserted yourself and all of your platforms into this drama willingly, after you willingly deleted your own membership tier. That's crazy work to try to blame that on PBE. And what reputational harm? You said everything. So if people are judging you off your comments, they're judging you off your comments that you freely posted to an online public platform. That is just crazy. They do this ish to get people talking. Everybody will be exposed. Cat Williams. And that is Queen Sheba's right to file if she feels PBE was out of order. It doesn't matter what her topic was. PBE had no right to do what she did, point blank, period. Ma'am, she should have kept it on the content then. What do you mean she used her video to identify her members? Them when people can see who are members of the channel by the badges that go right next to their name, that's public information. How can you say people are harassing you because they have a difference of opinion? Because they are starting conversations concerning you, because you, the adult that you are, took it upon yourself to comment on an already intensive beef. Did she think every single person in the world was going to agree with her views? Or did she think everybody in the entire world was going to agree with the people in her membership had to say? Because all of them got a chance to get up there and all of them talked they shit. What are we missing here, ma'am? It is most definitely her right to file a case. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is if you're going to file a copyright case and say somebody stole your content, it's right now, then that's what the case should have been about. Don't say somebody used your content to track down your people, to intimidate and harass them when that's not. Don't say they disrupted your subscription platform when you literally took mess and drama to your subscription platform. Don't say somebody caused you to lose a tier in your membership that was running for 3 years when you willingly and by yourself on your own made that decision to delete it. That's all I'm saying. She did not have to delete her membership tier. She chose to do that, and that also is her right. But then why go and put it in your lawsuit and make it seem like it's PBE's fault, all because she commentated on a video you did? Like, y'all could purposely miss the point all y'all want to. That just shows that y'all don't have no type of common sense or critical thinking skills. Because not one time did I say, oh, she shouldn't have never filed. If she felt like somebody stole her content, you right. It's her right to go to the courts. But my thing is, let's be truthful and let's be for real and let's be adults when we going about it. If you had a case, why your case should be able to stand on the facts alone. That's what I'm saying. You don't have to try to beef up your case or load your case with accusations that just, in my opinion, are not true and can be disproven. Y'all are absolutely crazy and mind fucked over there. And I need y'all to stay over there. And you just proved my point too. Her people come to other people's chats. So people talking and leaving their opinions, that has always been. And she has always said she welcomes a different of opinions. And you don't have to always agree with her. So like y'all be for real. Y'all got every excuse in the fucking book, but y'all won't be no grown fucking adults and actually use y'all brain and actually think. Girl, get on out of here, Sheila. I don't know what she. I know she her own tier. I know that much. I know she deleted her own membership tier. Wasted one. She charging y'all ass more money. Perfect fucking reason to delete one when you want to up the fucking price. Girl, get your ass from over here, baby. Go from over here. I deal it with adults. I'm not arguing with crazy or stupidity. Talk she lost something because she willingly deleted her own membership tier and replaced it. It went from $5.99 to whatever amount, $29.99, whatever she decided to start charging y'all. Yeah, that's her right too to put a price on it. But if anything, it don't seems to me she lost. And in the court of law, it ain't gonna look like you lost either. If you was able to self delete your own membership and then replace it with one where you're making more money, where did the loss occur? Y'all got everything but sense. Am I breaking up, y'all? I don't know. I probably am. Laptop finna die. Let's get through this, y'all, for my doggone laptop die. If I'm breaking up, if y'all can hear me, drop it in the chat. Drop a 1 in the chat if you can hear. A 2 in the chat if you can't. Girl, ain't nothing go behind the scene. We was all there. We was all there. Y'all love to say she didn't insert herself, man. She literally did. She did. It was an already existing beef. And she welcomed the drama into the panel because she held panels where she let people talk about it. Just like I said, in her subscription platform, she allowed True T to come up and talk about When Tay Talks, knowing that When Tay Talk had an active PPO against True T. And y'all like to bypass all that shit. Y'all like to bypass all of the truths and the common sense. Like nobody is dumb over here. Nobody's brainwashed. Nobody's hypnotized or enamored with a person just like me. Everybody is human in flesh, baby. I don't idolize nobody. And I'm not making unnecessary excuses for another grown adult. It just is what it is. It's in black and white. And I'm not attacking her. I'm just calling out the things that I see and I have been privy to. I'm not speaking on nothing. I heard her say she deleted her membership tier and then replaced it with another one. So you're in the wrong neck of the woods, ma'am, to be delusional. I don't deal in delusional over here. The audacity to be willfully ignorant to the fact that the lady inserted herself in something she has zero to do with. Toes to the weird behavior of many of the insists on displaying. Exactly. They are in a cult as far as I'm concerned, and in my opinion. Baby, I got my head on straight. Y'all can stay over there. Y'all the ones confused and dwelling in the chaos. I'm not. She said, I feel vindicated. I'm sure there is a lot to be revealed. I'm sure there is too. And I'm inserting my biased opinion. You mean like how Queen Sheba did? How she inserted her biased opinion? And at least my motherfucking opinions are things that can be proven. For instance, the fact that she said PBE used her video to identify and track down her members. Did I not say that the fucking badge is right next to all of her members, her channel members' names when they comment so people can publicly see who's available for you call that's the truth. You call that a biased opinion? Hmm? Um, because I said I don't feel like people were harassing them because everybody has the right to give their opinions just like she and her people do. She literally has a whole segment called I Said What I Said, where she allows people to utilize her platform to get their message out and to get their opinions out. Like, y'all gotta be crazy. Y'all up shit creek without a pedal. And so I'm done responding to you, ma'am. You don't have a brain. Yeah, Delulu at their finest, and I'm not done. Y'all, they literally want to twist every little single thing. Ma'am, go on over there, cause you're not making no sense. They all think they critical thinkers, baby. They ain't had an original thought since they entered this sector, baby, and I can tell. And it's such a shame. Like, girl, you a grown ass lady and you feel the need to get on the internet and make up excuses, and they be digging to the bottom of their bag trying to come out with excuses. Ma'am, you're not finna gaslight me. You're not. You can say my opinions are biased all you want to, but the truth is, prove what prove what I said was wrong. Are the badges not alongside the member's name? Hmm? Do you guys not give y'all opinions in her chats? And everybody chats, not just her chats. Does people not give their opinions? People are giving their opinions right now in my chats. So why is it harassment when people were in the video that PBE did and were bringing up their opinions in her chats in regards to Queen Sheba? We all have trolls. That's why we have the ability to block them from our pages. We all have trolls. You open yourself up to people trolling you when you give your opinions, because guess what? We know not everybody thinks the same. Like, my God, people, what's so hard? We all have trolls. Literally, people come in my chats and my comments saying the most stupidest of shits because of fucking other bloggers. Am I gonna go file a lawsuit and say all that stuff that Black Titanic talked about me and True T talked about me got people to harassing me because it really, really did? But am I gonna go put that in a lawsuit? No. Like, y'all be fucking for real. We're grown ass adults and y'all tying up the court system with this, with all this shit going on. This the shit y'all rally behind. This what y'all rally behind. You motherfuckers are lost, bro. It's so I see why our nation is in the fate that it is right now, bro. Y'all are a bunch of sheep. Y'all don't got an independent thought in y'all. Y'all don't got no critical thinking skills. Y'all ain't got no common sense. Y'all ain't got no spines. Y'all ain't got no brains. Y'all ain't got nothing. And it's sad. And no, it's not because you won't go against her. You don't have to go against her. But my thing is, stop trying to fight with the obvious in the truth. Just stay on that side. You didn't have to come in this video and say nothing. Like, girl, y'all are crazy. Y'all keep saying I'm breaking up now and then. Yeah, I don't know. Let me turn, my mic is right here. Right, because she probably will tell y'all to pause. Get from over here. Like, yeah, I'm on my own channel saying my own opinions and my own thoughts. I'm not being disrespectful. I'm not doing none of that. I'm doing what every other YouTuber do. Giving my commentary, my thoughts, and my opinions on what's publicly available information. And they find fault with that. She read Tay's case. Did y'all find fault with that? When she was over there telling True T what she would take all and what she would leave in, was that biased commentary? When she allowed True T up on there to talk about a girl that has a PPO against her, was that biased? When she allowed all y'all faceless motherfuckers to get on there and talk shit about other content creators, allowed the subbies to get up there and say what they said, was that biased? Like, come on now, shut up. Child, yeah, let's not bring her up, because they'll be over here next saying we dragging her. Child, just please no. So what's on here, y'all? Oh, the exhibits. I believe she said of harassment. So this is what she submitted, saying that PBE was harassing her. The screenshots. This is supposed to be harassment, when it just seems to me, of course somebody is gonna have something to say if you come strike their channel. You that should be like understood. That shouldn't even bother you. You just put a copyright strike on somebody's channel, and they feel like not only is it retaliation, and they feel like it's you trying to join in with the other people bullying them. Of course they're gonna have something to say. So this is PB just reacting to her channel being struck. How is it harassment when she's staying on her own channel making posts? And you have a channel, you're able to post on YouTube. And I know that doesn't fall under unwanted contact because she's making a post. She's not adding you. And it was not excessive. She didn't spend every single day since you struck her channel talking about you or making posts about you. So I don't believe that was harassment. Yes, this is just some of it. She probably gonna come out and say she has more, and maybe she does. I don't know. But this is just what she submitted. And she also submitted just a screenshot of her striking the channel, and she submitted the screenshot of PBE responding to the strike. I don't even think I uploaded that, but that wasn't really nothing to see. She really just struck PBE's YouTube channel, and PBE responded to YouTube, letting them know that it was fair use commentary. Um, so she said, I closed my channel down. Exactly. So you didn't continue like contacting her or mentioning her or talking on her. You were upset, which is understandable. Here I go being biased again. But yeah, I'm gonna be real. Who wouldn't be upset if they got a strike on their channel and they feel like it was unjust? Like, of course, people are gonna be upset and they're gonna respond. I thought we were all adults here, but it wasn't like she just really went in on you every single day. Like somebody y'all over there protecting, like somebody they didn't see no wrong in. She went in every single fucking day for over a year for some people. It's at this point, it's been over a fucking year for me. And she just mentioned me 2-3 days ago. So it's like they didn't see that as a harassment. Talking about I'm inserting myself. Girl, I'm reading court documents, publicly available information. It was literally a YouTube beef going on, and that lady inserted herself, and that was well within her rights to have a panel on her channel discussing beef. But if I'm going to actively say that my channel was peaceful, but then I decide to invite all these motherfuckers over to my channel that are actively arguing and going back and forth, and I'm letting them talk, and I'm letting unknown subbies talk, and I'm letting everybody get off what's been on their chest about people and they being disrespectful. Do you not think that, yes, some people are going to start having comments and feelings and commentary and thoughts about you and what you say? Because then not only did you let these other people speak, she also had her own opinions about stuff. Y'all act like this lady ain't voiced her opinions about multiple people. So what is the issue about people having opinions about her? Like, come on, your subbies are getting up on your platform and they are voicing their opinions. And a lot of them are disrespectful as fuck, not only in the chat, but when they get up on that mic. So y'all don't think people got the right to respond to that? And then the responses is somebody damaged your reputation because they played a video you willingly put out on the internet, behind a paywall or not. You willingly gave that commentary. You willingly said what you said, and you willingly allowed other individuals to come up and say what they said. So if people have rebuttals for that, if people are not agreeing with you, they're doing what has always been done. They're stating them in the fucking comment section. Like, but they don't get that. They'll be over there tomorrow, baby, dragging everybody under the motherfucking sun because everybody's harassing them. Everybody's obsessed. Everybody want drama. Everybody want peace. But there's nothing wrong with what these people are doing. That shit is crazy. To say that lady disrupted your platform. If anybody disrupted your platform, it was you allowing the drama in. You allowed it in, and you have to take responsibility for that. And you closed down your own membership tier. You counseled it, and you came and told people, and you said it in multiple videos. Yeah, because basically, like, she didn't care. Yeah, because I had to shut down a whole tier. Okay, that was your choice. You weren't forced to do it. The people didn't abandon you because, again, you're saying the backlash is coming from other people. So how did your membership suffer? And then say you lost trust, uh, damaged your relationship with your subbies. How? When you literally presented them with another tier that charges more money. You canceled on them. I could see if all 15 of them left your tier. No, you deleted it. And to say another thing on the damaged her relationships with her subby, is everybody not aware that they don't know who could possibly be listening in these memberships? Sheba herself has told people, when y'all go join these other content creators memberships, do not come back and tell me anything you hear about me because that's none of my business. That's not for me. She said that, right? But what does that mean? That means that she knows that any and everybody can, your people are also in other people's memberships listening. And your people were also running back to you, telling you what was going on in other people's memberships. So why is it a surprise if people were in your memberships and going back and telling other creators what was going on in your membership? Everybody knows that's a possibility. There's no fucking locked gates with no special passcode on these memberships. You pay your money, you have access. And all the other members that's in there, they talking, they typing, you know it's open to the public. They just got to pay money to come back there. And you said that specific tier had 1,500 people. Who? That's not no fucking reasonable expectation of privacy. 1,500 motherfuckers that I don't know, I can't see. I don't know when they here, when they not here. I don't know who they with, who they are, who they kin to, who they friends with. But I'm thinking what I'm saying back here is safe and it'll never get out to the other people. Come on now, y'all. If y'all gonna be anything, be for real. Be for fucking real. It's been a thing. Her fucking membership. Y'all like to, I'm gonna use, y'all can't see me using my air quotes, but yeah, I'm using air quotes. Her membership wasn't, damn, I lost the word while I'm trying to talk. She's talking some air quotes. Her membership wasn't violated. Like, and she wasn't the only one to have people inside of her memberships that would take their tea to other people. Like, girl, you already told us you had people coming to you, telling you when you were spoken upon in other content creators membership, to the point you had to tell them, don't come tell me nothing. That's not for me. But everybody don't think like that. So if somebody ran and told them the tea or showed them the tea and they thought they wanted to give their commentary on it, I thought that's what fair use is for. Like, come on now. They just be weird out here. And it don't even have to be, all this shit ain't even gotta be like this. It honestly doesn't. If people were just willing to just respect the difference of opinion, and that goes for these subbies, they just need to respect people with difference of opinions. And you ain't got to ride for why. What makes y'all think these people need y'all fucking protection? Y'all coming all the way over here to other people, content creator. I'm not on her channel. Y'all don't see me under her videos or in her chats disagreeing with her or being disrespectful to her. I stay on my own platform. So why the fuck are y'all over here trying to argue and disagree with me? But y'all ain't got a leg to stand on. Like, go over there, and if you support her on her channel. Nothing wrong with that. Y'all can do that. But it gets me to the point when y'all go above and beyond that and think y'all gotta be out here being somebody's fucking white knight, thinking y'all got to come respond to every single thing for them. Especially when nobody is being disrespectful. I ain't disrespect that lady not one time. I'm reading the documents and I disagree with some things she put inside of these documents, and I'm verbalizing that. That's all. I don't have to agree with what she put inside her lawsuit. She put it there. I'm reading it. I see some discrepancies and I'm calling that out. Point blank. What's the issue with that? Y'all are weird and y'all gotta grow up. Y'all do. Y'all got to grow up. They act like you people over here. You cannot support. Baby, I can't tell you who to support. I can't tell you who to support. Go show them your support. Go subscribe to her channel. Go comment and interact with her. Go subscribe to her memberships like you all have been doing and continue to do that. That's y'all right. Go be happy over there. If y'all are cool with what has been displayed and y'all are good and y'all don't feel no way about it, kudos to you, baby. Whoop de doo. Stay over there, man. Nobody is saying y'all got to give her up. You got to turn your back on her. Nobody is saying that, baby. Stay over there. But just call a spade and be fucking for real. And you ain't even got to do it publicly. But just check yourself before you drop down in another content creator trying to defend some craziness. Don't make yourself look crazy out here. So you know what? I'm gonna just leave it at that. If you don't like what's been said, exit stage left and do not return. That's all you gotta do. Cause I'm never finna be around here trying to cape for somebody to the point that I'm fighting against the grain. I'm fighting against common sense. No, I'm not doing that. Y'all make yourselves look like plum fools. Why didn't she show the judge where she fixed my employer address and letter? Oh wow. I don't know, PBE. You can watch her when she was on Anton Daniels' panel, that red pill business manosphere. It all makes sense now. I've never seen any of his content. The only thing I've heard about him was just what's been happening lately, where they claiming he doxed. I think that's that drama that's going on with Lakeisha Keisha. I just seen a few videos about that, but I haven't really even gotten into all that, so I didn't see her on his panel. But that's crazy to say that somebody is harassing her and somebody damaged her reputation when she literally nobody brought the drama to her. She invited it in her door, and we just got to be real about that. Because guess what? When she decided to hold that panel and she said, well, when did Black Titanic become content? Was that not biased? Because to me that was biased, because Black Titanic was actively out here lying on people, myself being one of those people. So to try to paint that lady as a victim to me was biased. But did I hop down in her comments and argue and fight with people? No. I tried to get up on that panel. I requested to get up on that panel. I couldn't get in. I was not letting in. Did I drop down in the comments crying and whining about not being let up? No, I just got the fuck from around there because I never really was around there. But when I seen that panel was being held, I knew lies were going to be spread. And a lot of people mentioned me, and I couldn't even get up to voice my opinions or to rebut what some people had to say about me. So, but I let it go. I just got the fuck on and stayed from around there. And that wasn't hard because I never really was around there. And that's no shade. That's just me being real. Everybody is not everybody's cup of tea, and that is okay. But to say that, people are harassing you because they're responding to what you're saying, no, you brought that on yourself. At some point in mind, you're not going to tell me that it didn't cross your mind that, hey, these people are actively beefing. They're actively going back and forth. They've already been threatening to sue each other. It's already getting ugly. If I hold this panel, if I give these people this space to talk about this shit, it is going to get messy in some kind of way. The dirt is going to get on me. Did that not come across, everybody's mind, even her? Because that's a possibility when you're dealing with people in heated exchanges. You provided the platform. You allowed multiple people to come on your channel and talk about this drama. And so, yes, that opened up your page to drama. And then not only did you just do it on your YouTube platform, you also continued to do it and talked about it several times. And yes, that is her right. But don't get mad when the same people are now responding and having comments. You are fostering this environment. You are sparking the conversation. You are bringing up the debate, essentially. And y'all not gonna sit here and convince me that she didn't know that she was. Queen Sheba is not a dumb woman. Okay, and I don't think she's dumb. And so there's that. You brought it on your membership. Y'all was saying some nasty stuff over there, like about all type of people, all type of content creators. And she continued to give True T just enough backing that you can tell that she was biased and she was on her side. And that is okay, because she is free to be on whatever side or neither side. That's her prerogative. But y'all not gonna fake like y'all didn't know that. Y'all know good and goddamn well this lady was on her side. So of course people are gonna disagree with you. But y'all think everybody supposed to stay quiet and they don't supposed to speak on certain people. I don't know where y'all get this certain thing that certain people are off limits. Everybody is human. Everybody is flesh and fucking bone. Everybody is imperfect. People can have their opinions on whoever. Nobody is above that. Y'all be placing people on these pedestals in your mind, but you need to know that they're only on a pedestal in your mind. Everybody don't see everybody else the same. Everybody don't rock with everybody else the same. So yes, we're going to have a difference of opinion on not only subjects but people. God damn, I feel like I'm turned into a preacher around this bitch. Like, is this not common sense? Like, damn. It's crazy out here, y'all. My God, I didn't know it was crazy like this. This internet brings out the craziest of people. This shit is insane, baby. Yeah, it's a bunch of black women in there. Like, golly. Nobody, y'all all like pack minded. I feel sorry for y'all, man. And the youth that's around y'all and got to be raised by y'all, because if y'all not no independent thinkers, I was raised to question everything. There's no wrong question. Answer it. Think about it. Sit with it. Like, y'all crazy. If something don't make sense, ask the question you need to ask. Like, and y'all are not like that, and that's fine. But everybody in the world is not like you people. And I hate to see what y'all are raising. My God. They didn't want the nastiness that they were saying to come out, and when it did, they had no excuse. Because these, and I've only seen the nastiest of comments, and don't get me wrong, it's no fucking sides, but it's clear the division is real, and we can't not acknowledge that. So I do have to say, on that side, the nastiest of comments have came from that fucking side. The nastiest of them. They've only came from that side of the people. And they think people on this side are not supposed to speak on it, or we don't have no mind, we don't have no thoughts, or you said that, you gonna get in trouble. And then they threaten to take their subscription away from your channel. They unsubscribe to your channel. Like, please unsubscribe, because I promise I don't want no grown ass adults that can't think. Yeah, how dare we have an opinion? How dare we have a thought? How dare we have questions? How dare we have some fucking sense? Like, what the fuck type of people is y'all? They so, They are really something, y'all. These people, they deserve each other. They are in the right spot. If they would just quit flowing to everybody else channel and getting in everybody else's business, we would be A-okay. Because I don't give a fuck. Y'all can stay hypnotized over there. Just don't come to my channel with it. because I don't deal with foolishness, especially uh, um like y'all. Like no, you ain't got to think just like me, but your shit, you got to have a method to your madness, or I just can't rock with you. It got to be something backing up those type of thoughts and stuff. You got to have something to stand on. You just not gonna come over here and say anything. Like, no, just stay over there. I'm like, that's her damn. You right, it's her right. But if her content was truly stolen and it was truly copywritten protected, and those people truly did not have the right to put it on their channels and talk about it or bring it to light or whatever, then Anthony's case wouldn't have been dismissed. And that's just point blank, period. His case wouldn't have been dismissed, and all that other stuff wouldn't have had to been added to her motion. It would have been stuck on the facts. She's not suing them for harassment or anything like that. And you can try to say, well, it ties into each other because she stole the content. That's what kick-started the harassment. No, it's not. The debate about people and what they were saying already was already out there. Anybody that had an opinion on either side of these people, you were already going to get some type of backlash from one side or the other. That was already established. People were already commentating and making their thoughts and feelings known about people. So when she basically endorsed those people, because that's what she did, she endorsed and rallied behind and supported Black Titanic and True T. She opened herself up to people to have a difference of opinion and to vocalize that and to have thoughts about her and opinions about her by who she sided with. And that's just the truth. Like, what are y'all talking about? It was nothing to do with it being her video. It was what was said. It could have been anybody's video, and people were going to give commentary, just like we're here commentating on this case. If you bring the topic to YouTube, this is a discussion platform. This is a commentating platform. People are going to comment. If you drop the link, they're going to come up and they're going to talk. And she opened herself up to that. But we've been here, y'all. Yeah, my algorithm is so purged of that mess. I don't even see it anymore. That's good, love key. That's good, because it is. And then it's always motherfuckers leaving other people, with it, because now True T got herself kicked off the platform. Black Titanic is basically quiet on the matter, trying to, fall through the cracks. And who's left standing still dealing with the bullshit after they caused all of this? You know what I'm saying? And y'all can say what y'all want, but they would read anybody cases and they would give their thoughts and opinion on the case too. So that's what we're doing here. We're going to review these cases and we're going to give our thoughts, our opinions, and our commentary. It's nothing personal, and then I gotta say this too. I don't dislike anybody. I don't care. I don't care enough about people to have to say I dislike them. It's no hate, baby. I don't care about people. You run your platform as you see fit. I run mine as I see fit. I don't have a dislike for nobody. But yes, I noticed that you support True T and Black Titanic, and that's fine. Support them. And it's not because she supports them that I'm reading the documents. I'm interested in these cases, and they involve people that we see and hear from almost every day. So, yeah, we're going to talk about this. They're public cases. Nobody is being disrespected. Nobody is calling people out their name and putting people down. We just calling shit as we see it. And I do not agree with her saying that PBE doing that video was to identify and harass her members. And I don't agree that PBE disrupted her subscription platform. I believe she caused that on her own when she inserted herself and her platform into an existing heated drama that was already going on. Queen Sheba is who she is. I believe her. How are people mad? I don't know. You see what happened to the Titanic. PBE, what happened? It sunk. Yeah, it did sunk. And she over there now, baby. She done sunk into her chair, and she don't even come out and respond no more. True T out here saying that she raised money for Black Titanic, and she didn't even deserve the money. So the table on that side is was crumbling. The people that they love to refer to on the other side, I haven't heard them get deep down in the gutter and go below the belt and talk about people kids and talk about people health issues. I didn't see them run to court. They responded in court to file these lawsuits, you know and now we see who's turning on each other when they were just saying, oh, they're gonna implode, just watch, they're gonna start turning on each other. And here we are, damn near 2 years later, and all this stuff is happening, and we see who it's happening to. you know so they can dance around it, they can lie to themselves all they want, but we the people, we see what's going on. This shit is literally happening before our eyes. She didn't fall out with one person, she didn't fall out with two people, she fell out with multiple people and stuff. And now Black Titanic and True T are acting like they fell out, but it's just still the fact. I don't care if it's real or not. It's the fact that you're publicly speaking on each other in the manner that you are when y'all was just a united front, begging and panhandling together. But now y'all done turned on each other. Black Titanic said True T wants her to throw herself under the bus. She wants her daughter to throw herself under the bus. And she said, where were you? Where were you? They was waiting on you at court and you never showed up. And then True T come online and says she don't owe them nothing. It ain't her job to prove to the judge that she not Lakita. But ain't that your friend? Ain't that your homie? Like, why wouldn't you? You claim you didn't want to see nothing negative happen to Black Titanic enough to the point that you raised money for her. So now her daughter is experiencing legal issues. Her job was threatened and alleged to have been lost. And you don't feel like you can at least tell a judge, hey, that lady is not me? Like, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with you letting the courts of Michigan know that you're not Lakita? Because you've said it to us multiple times. You've screamed it from your Instagram page that you are not Lakita Clark, but you could not go and tell a judge that for your friend, this woman that you have worked side by side with for multiple years. Like, get real. But them the type of people y'all support. She said she raised money for an elderly lady, and that elderly lady didn't deserve it. She said that elderly lady's daughter is over there getting dragged. That Black woman is getting dragged, and she don't owe her to help her prove that she's not her. Why are you so scared of a piece of paper? You claim you had all the evidence in the world. Why are you scared to reveal yourself? If you just said you gonna win your cases, why are you scared to reveal yourself to the judge? That's all the judge asks for in your federal cases: your name, your address, and your fee. Now you over there telling them people you need $10,000 when the cases you filed is only a few hundred, and you can get the ball rolling. Like, y'all be for real. But yeah, like I said, we see who has been outed to be the liars. We see who have went above and beyond to try to support these false narratives. We see who is filing these false frivolous lawsuits. We see who go to the bottom pits of hell when they're talking about people. We see who inserted themselves into the drama. We see that in here. So that was the update. The Missouri $10 million doxing case is dismissed. The attorney anonymous lost her license and got her case dismissed. This was just an update with Queen Sheba and PBE. PBE has filed her motion to dismiss this entire case, and we're gonna keep an update on it, and we'll see what the judge's orders are going to be. And we'll be back at it again discussing these cases as these orders drop, and I'm gonna keep y'all updated. Y'all don't let this bullshit get y'all. Leave it exactly where it's at on YouTube. That goes for the content creators, the subbies, and everybody. Just leave this bullshit where it's at. I'm gonna get on out of here. Thank y'all to all the content creators that stopped through. I had what Shayna said. Shayna is gonna be starting a Patreon. Y'all be on the lookout for that. We had Prosperity Thick Girl, PBE, Shayna. Who else was over here? Marcella. Mm, who else dropped through, y'all? Anybody? I don't know. Somebody dropped through. A lot of people dropped through. But yes, y'all, and thanks to all the subs. Thanks to all y'all for coming over here supporting the channel. Everybody, all 208 of y'all, make sure y'all hit that like button. Support the channel. Okay, honey? If y'all want me to keep coming on here giving y'all these documents, please support the channel. Hit the like button. It's a free way, okay? If you haven't, think about subscribing. And yeah, keep a lookout for the updates. In the next one. Y'all have a good night. Bye.